Welcome to Dollar Side Hustle, your go-to podcast for all things side hustle.
Absolutely.
Today, we're going to be diving into a story
Okay.
that really caught my eye. And it's about this 20-year-old kid who's out there making $1,500 a day,
Wow.
renting out bounce houses.
Bounce houses.
Yeah, and the best part is he started small.
Okay.
I was able to scale this thing up pretty fast.
Gotcha.
So if you're out there and you're looking for a side hustle, that's fun,
Yeah.
potentially lucrative, and it's perfect for weekends.
Uh-huh.
You're going to want to stick around for this one.
Yeah. What I find so fascinating about this story is how this entrepreneur
Yeah,
validated their idea before they even spent any money at all.
right.
They were able to secure pre-orders for the bounce houses.
Oh, yeah.
Before they even purchased them.
Smart.
So that way they guaranteed a customer base right from the start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's really smart.
Yeah.
It's like the perfect way to mitigate risk in a way.
Exactly.
That's
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Yeah. So, okay, let's unpack this a little bit more.
Okay.
So their initial investment
Yeah.
was only $1,700 for 3 bounce houses,
Wow.
and they were making $1,500 a day,
That's insane.
especially during peak seasons like 4th of July and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably made their money back in like a day or two.
Absolutely. It just shows how it highlights
Yeah.
a key principle of any successful business.
Mm-hmm.
You have to understand supply and demand.
Mm-hmm.
And bounce houses are really a low-cost way
Yeah.
to provide hours of entertainment.
Right.
So during peak seasons, like we said, like 4th of July,
Yeah.
demand goes way up.
Right.
And this entrepreneur capitalized on that perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. It's like, what better way to entertain kids,
Exactly.
for a party or something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, so now this part I think is really interesting.
Okay.
This entrepreneur didn't stick to a fixed pricing model. Like they actually assess each customer and adjust the price based on their perceived willingness to pay.
Wow, that's really smart,
Yeah,
especially for service-based business.
right.
That's really smart.
Yeah,
It shows they understand customer segmentation and value perception.
yeah,
So they offered discounts
Okay.
for referrals
makes sense.
or suggested cheaper options for customers who were on a budget.
Right.
And this really helped maximize their revenue.
Okay, but before we all run out and buy,
Yeah,
a bunch of bouncy houses,
right.
we really need to talk about safety
Yeah, of course.
and liability.
Huge.
We're talking about kids jumping around, having fun.
Yeah.
But, I was looking at the comments for this story,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of people were raising concerns about insurance.
And rightfully so. I mean,
Right.
initially this entrepreneur operated without any insurance.
Yeah,
Which is a huge risk.
absolutely.
I mean, you absolutely have to have liability insurance.
especially when you're dealing with kids.
Exactly when you're running a business like this one.
It involves children. It protects you and your customers
Mm-hmm.
in case of accidents.
Now, he did use waivers. I've looked into this a little bit, and waivers aren't always foolproof, right?
Exactly. I mean, waivers can kind of deter people
Mm-hmm.
and show that you're committed to safety,
Yeah.
but they don't always give you absolute protection,
Right.
especially when it comes to children.
Kids will be kids.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, legally, a child can't waive their rights,
Right. So even with precautions, accidents can still happen.
of course.
And that can lead to some serious legal trouble.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a good reminder for everybody out there that we really need to prioritize safety
For sure.
and legality when we're running our side hustles.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And speaking of potential headaches,
Yeah.
we really got to talk about the logistics of this
Right.
whole operation. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to think about transporting,
Mm-hmm.
cleaning, and then storing these massive inflatables. Yeah, these things are huge.
Yeah.
I mean, have you ever seen one up close?
Yeah.
It's not a joke.
No, it's not easy.
Sure.
Yeah. And people were saying in the comments that they use a pickup truck to transport them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, you're going to need something big.
Definitely.
But even then, just getting them in and out of tight spaces
oh, yeah.
has got to be a challenge.
For sure.
Not to mention cleaning them after like a whole day of kids jumping around.
Yeah. I bet that takes a lot of work.
I'm exhausted just thinking about it.
Yeah. It's definitely a physically demanding side hustle.
Yeah, for sure.
And you really got to clean these things thoroughly,
Oh, yeah.
especially these days, you know?
Everybody's thinking about hygiene.
Exactly,
Very good.
especially with COVID and everything.
Right, right.
I mean, this entrepreneur said that they used a combination of Dawn dish soap,
Okay.
vinegar, and a power washer.
Wow.
I mean, that sounds like a pretty solid strategy
Yeah.
to keep everything sanitized.
Yeah. No, I think that's a pretty good approach.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of strategy,
Yeah.
we got to talk about their marketing approach.
Yeah.
Because this is interesting.
Right.
They mainly used Facebook Marketplace to find customers.
Really?
Yeah.
That's not the first place I think of when I think of bounce houses.
Right. It's like, where do you even begin?
Yeah.
With Facebook Marketplace. But
it's so smart, though.
Yeah.
Think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They were able to target a very specific group of people on a platform that's not oversaturated with similar businesses.
It's a hidden gem.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like finding a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about it, people on Facebook Marketplace, they're already in a buying mood.
Yeah.
They're looking for products and services.
They want to spend money.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's much more targeted than just putting up some generic ads on social media.
Yeah, no, that's a really good point. It's like you said, it's like a very targeted approach.
Exactly.
Okay, so, now you're probably sitting there listening to this and thinking, okay, this is great, but could this actually work for me?
Right.
Like, could I actually make money renting out bounce houses in my area?
I mean, that's the $1 million question, right?
Right.
So before you jump into anything, you got to do your research.
Okay.
You got to think about what's the demand like in your area.
Right, because if there's already 5 other bounce house rental companies, maybe it's not the best idea.
Yeah, you got to look at the competition.
Right.
And also, do you have space to store these things?
Yeah, these things are huge.
Yeah, like where are you going to put them?
Right.
And you also need a vehicle that can transport them.
Right.
I mean, are you going to be able to haul them around?
Yeah, yeah. That's something I didn't even think about.
Yeah, you got to think about all these things.
That's a good point.
Yeah, and another thing is, what about the weather?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
Yeah, I mean, if you live in a place where it rains all the time.
Yeah, you don't want soggy bounce houses.
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, this entrepreneur was based in Colorado, which has pretty good weather for outdoor activities.
Makes sense.
But then they mentioned that they moved to California and they had all these new challenges.
Like what?
Like limited storage space and crazy traffic.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I can imagine.
I mean, can you imagine driving in rush hour traffic with a giant inflatable unicorn in the back of your truck?
That sounds like a nightmare.
Yeah, not exactly a recipe for success.
But okay, even if renting bounce houses isn't the right fit for you, I still think there are some valuable lessons.
Oh, for sure.
That we can all learn from this entrepreneur's story.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, it all boils down to identifying a need in the market, testing your idea before you go all in, and being able to adapt to challenges.
Right. And I think this entrepreneur really demonstrated all of those things.
Absolutely. They really did.
And you know what else we can't forget?
What's that?
Customer service.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You got to have good customer service.
Absolutely. I mean, building those relationships with your clients, I mean, that can lead to repeat business and great referrals.
Word of mouth is huge.
Huge. Yeah. I mean,
especially for a side hustle.
Absolutely.
Like if you go the extra mile to make sure that your customers are happy, it's going to pay off in the long run.
Absolutely. I mean, little things like being on time for deliveries and pickups, providing clear instructions, offering friendly service.
Yeah, just being a nice person.
Exactly. I mean, that can really set you apart from the competition.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You know.
So I guess the question is, what can we take away from this bounce house hustle?
Yeah, what's the big takeaway?
Yeah, we got a lot of listeners out there who are just starting their side hustle journey. What do you think is like the biggest lesson here?
I think the biggest lesson is test your idea.
Yeah.
Before you just go all in.
Right.
I mean, this entrepreneur securing those pre-orders.
Genius.
It was genius.
Yeah.
I mean, they were able to validate the idea with very little risk.
And they could even use those funds to buy the bounce houses.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing.
Yeah. It's like you don't need a crazy business plan or tons of money to get started.
You just need a good idea and a willingness to work hard.
Yeah. And be able to
and adapt. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So you got to be able to roll with the punches.
Right. And that's something I think this entrepreneur did really well.
Absolutely.
They didn't let the challenges stop them.
Right.
They found creative solutions.
Yeah, and they didn't underestimate the power of creativity.
Right.
I mean, they found this niche.
Yeah.
And they used Facebook Marketplace.
Who would have thought?
Oh, no.
To reach their target audience. I mean, sometimes the best solutions are the ones that are outside the box.
So maybe this story sparked an idea for you.
Yeah.
Maybe you're thinking,
what else could I do?
Right. Like, what other entertainment options could you offer?
Yeah.
Maybe you could expand this model and create like a year-round entertainment hub.
Oh, that would be awesome.
I know, right? Think bigger laser tag go-karts?
Yeah, mini golf.
Oh, mini golf. That's a good one.
I mean, think about it.
Yeah.
You could diversify your offerings.
Right. You could attract a bigger audience.
Exactly.
And have a more sustainable business.
And you could host all sorts of events.
Right. Birthday parties, corporate events.
I mean, the possibilities are endless.
So there you have it, folks. Our deep dive
into the world of bounce house entrepreneurship.
I know, right?
Yeah.
We hope this story inspired you to think outside the box.
For sure.
And, consider the possibilities when it comes to starting your own side hustle.
Because if a 20-year-old kid can make $1,500 a day renting out bounce houses,
right?
I mean, just imagine what you can achieve with a little creativity.
And hard work.
And some hustle.
All right, before we sign off, don't forget to hit that like button.
And subscribe.
And subscribe to our channel.
For more great stories.
For more inspiring stories and actionable advice.
On all things side hustle.
And if you're looking for resources to help you get started, check out the links in the show notes.
Yeah, we got some great deals.
We got some affiliate deals.
Yeah.
On products and services that can help you launch your own successful side hustle.
So be sure to check those out.
All right, full disclosure, those are affiliate links.
Yeah.
And we do earn a small commission.
If you make a purchase.
But those commissions help us keep this channel running.
Absolutely.
And bring you awesome content week after week.
That's right.
So until next time,
keep hustling.
Keep hustling and keep dreaming big.
We'll see you on the next deep dive.
All right, see ya.